All right, welcome back to the Brown Boss Podcast. Kenny, how you doing, bro?
Good, bro. How about you, dude?
Good, man. Good. I am repping PSG attire. I was in France. I have no idea anything about soccer or
Damn.
football. I'm just a poser today, but
Damn.
I
Look
got
at you,
it's
man.
cool.
Look at you. That's cool, though, man. That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome,
it's
man.
sick hat. Man, let's get into it. So we have a lot of NBA news, some that we missed last week. So we want to make sure we
Yeah.
can we get our thoughts in for those, and then we'll get into some more recent stuff. Biggest one last week, I think it happened right after we did a podcast, and that is around the Bucks releasing Dame
Mm-hmm.
in order to sign Miles Turner. This is a huge move. Obviously, we know Dame is out with the Achilles, so he won't even play next year. But now he's able to go to whichever team he wants. This is going to be about a $20 million cap hit for the next 5 years for the Bucks, but it did open up to get somebody else to keep Yannis happy, which is Miles Turner. I think it's a good move for their part. What are your thoughts, man? So first, let's go into Dame. Obviously being released. Where do you think he lands? What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so the Dame news came right after that signing, right? People were wondering how did Milwaukee even have money to sign a player? Even I was surprised that Milwaukee, signed a player for like $26 million a year. Like, I'm like,
right.
Wait, I thought they were cap, constrained. They couldn't do anything. No money movement. So that happens, and then right after that, they stretch Dame's, remaining money, which is like 100 million or so.
Yeah,
Basically,
100 million,
100 million or so. And so they stretched out for 5 years. So that's 20 million dead cap for next 5 years for Milwaukee. And I was so shocked because Dame, he is like, I think he's like 33 or 34. I forgot what, he's like right there in his end of his prime, but he's still good enough, where I wouldn't expect him to be bought out and be a free agent now. I mean, I do understand that he's coming off an Achilles tear, but I was so shocked that Milwaukee decided to stretch him and not just wait, because there was rumors that Dame was actually going to opt out next year because he had a player option next year, and they thought that he was going to opt out. To start off, man, when this trade even happened like 2 years ago, it just never, like, Yannis and Dame just never worked out, man.
Which is weird because you would think those two, like with their personalities and the way they play, they should match.
No.
Because Giannis
I knew it
is
too.
very good, but
I knew it from the get go when that trade happened, when Dame went to Milwaukee, that wasn't gonna work, because you gotta understand, there's like few players, right, that can play with the point guard. There's Yannis, there's Yannis, there's a LeBron, there's a Kobe effect, right? Think about it. Who's the best point guard that Kobe ever had? Nobody. Derek Fisher. Because Derek Fisher wasn't really a ball dominant point guard.
Yeah.
For LeBron, he had Kyrie, right? But at the same time, Kyrie was more of a scoring guard than more of a point guard. You know what I mean? That
facilitator,
Kyrie, exactly. LeBron facilitated. Kyrie was like more of an action player, right? So that's how they played. And same thing what happened in Miami. Dwayne had to take a back seat because Dwayne was a ball dominant guard too. And Dwayne's like, LeBron, here's the ball. I'll stay away and you do your thing, So there's players like, they just, like, Giannis was the same thing. If you watch Milwaukee's games, Giannis just didn't let Dame bring the ball up. It was Giannis who wanted to facilitate the offense more. He wanted to run the offense, when Giannis should have just been more down low and let Dame orchestrate the offense and let Giannis get the mismatch and go get the ball. But every time, if you look at that game, every time there's a ball inbounds, Giannis wanted the ball and bring it up. And so obviously Dame needs the ball too. So the game never worked out, man. Same thing with Westbrook and LeBron. Never worked out because Westbrook needs the ball too. LeBron needs the ball. So just some of the players just don't mash well together because they need the ball, right? And so it was not working out well, man, for the past 2-3 years where they're together. And I was just surprised by the move that Milwaukee decided to stretch his $100 million.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's gonna be $20 million dead cap. And so once they stretched that, they had money to go get Miles Turner, which, to be honest with you, man, I'm not a big fan of that signing because Miles Turner doesn't really move the needle. It's not a move that, okay, fine, Giannis is going to be happy. You got to understand.
It's something, though. It's something.
But
right?
Essentially, you're paying $45 million for both Miles Turner, technically. $45 million if you look at it. Because 20 dead million, 20 million dead cap, and 26,
Yeah. But I mean, they lose Brook Lopez, right? They may get Drew Holiday because he might be leaving Boston, right? That's the thing, and it's something to tell Giannis like, hey, we're still here. Like we're still trying to do something to keep you happy, keep you here, and obviously East is weak, like we talked about. Like they honestly should be the best team in the East now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Milwaukee should be. I mean, who you can put up there?
Cavs.
I don't think the Knicks.
Cavs.
No, I mean, we all see how Cavs ended
Everybody else is
up,
question mark, but yeah, everyone's else question mark.
Yeah, but
Philly's a question mark.
It's pretty wide open. Like, it's top three at least. Okay, I'll give you top three. Maybe top three teams. Maybe the Knicks, Bucks, Cavs should be the top three teams. So it's something to tell Giannis, like, hey, don't leave the East. Stay with us. We got Miles Turner. He's good, good center for us. And we'll continue to build. I mean, the only thing I think they need to do is, and this is probably why Damian Yannis didn't work, because I think Damian Yannis should have worked, is because they didn't have consistent coaching. They had Adrian Griffin for a while. They did well. But then they just kind of let that one slip away, and because apparently Giannis didn't like it, and Griffin, we don't know what happened. And now you got Doc Rivers, who I think is the most overrated coach of all time, and he's not. Again, that's probably the reason why they didn't work out, because Doc doesn't know how to handle these kinds of two talented people. I mean, look what he did with the Clippers. Look what he couldn't do with the 76ers, right? So that's the reason why I personally don't think Damian and Giannis worked out, because of how the coaching handled those two. They needed a better coach for that. Budenholzer could have done a better job with it if he was still around.
I beg to differ, only because
LeBron and Kyrie, like you said, are the same as Giannis and Dame.
Yeah, but I agree with you. But I beg to differ is because when you're that good, you should figure it out.
No, there's one thing to figure it out, another one to actually have the coaches figure it out.
No,
maybe the rotation could be different.
The coach can put whatever offense they want to put in, right? In the end, you are the two top players on your team. Figure the shit out, man. Play together, play well together. Talk. How chemistry? What works good? What doesn't work good? The reason why I ask is because the reason why I say is that you got to play to your teammates' strength. You got to how that Like, for example, what I'm trying to say is that before Eric Spoelstra was Eric Spoelstra, he was a first-year coach in Miami back in 2011 or 12, whatever, before Eric Spoelstra became Eric Spoelstra, right? But Miami figured that out with Dwayne Wade and LeBron by themselves. It wasn't the coaching. Don't tell me Eric Spoelstra had so much to do with it. No, he did not. It was more like Dwayne. Not. It was more Dwayne saying that, hey, LeBron, here's a rock. You handle what you got to do. You do you. You fit in the way you want to fit in. I will take the back seat, and I will, make this work. If I have to stand in the corner for you or change my game up for you, I will do that, and that equals 2 championships. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it's not because of Eric Spoelstra, because Eric Spoelstra was a rookie head coach at the time. No one knew who he was.
He was still very talented. I mean, that's why
he was talented. He was talented, but he wasn't respectable at the time. He coached under Pat Riley, Stan Van Gundy, and all them guys, but still, he was still a rookie head coach, right? But what I'm trying to say is that when you're two best players, 2 top players, and especially, Giannis is still arguably the top 5 in the NBA, and Dame, before he got injured, he was like top 15, in the NBA, They both should be able to work out. Like, hey, what do you like to do? What do I like to do? Like, if I'm gonna bring the ball up, let's work it out. Because, dude, there was no excuse for them not to work out. Because like you said, they should work out. Like LeBron and Kyrie worked out. They're both same players, right? So that's.
I'll give you a good example, right? Golden State Warriors. You didn't think that Jimmy Butler going to Golden State was like gonna work out. And they were the best team post-trade.
No, they were
record-wise.
No,
they worked out because Kerr found a way. Because obviously, Jimmy Butler is also a ball-dominant guard, and they found a way. And you have Steph Curry, who is also very ball-dominant. We know, like he found a way to make everything work. Where Steph is out, okay, Jimmy, you're all offense, and vice versa. And then they figured out a way, and they became the best team in the league post-trade. It's because. No, it's not like Steph Curry and Jimmy were like, hey, we're gonna do less. No, they did more.
No,
Jimmy Butler did more.
Well,
and in this case, like, who do you think is better? Who's a better player, Giannis or Dame?
Giannis.
So then the person coming in would be Dame that takes a lesser role.
Giannis.
The new superstar would take the.
Giannis should take less.
Because
Giannis,
in your LeBron and D Wade
because
argument,
the thing is
D Wade
this.
was not the better player.
Oh no, because the thing is this, right? You gotta understand, a guy coming into your team, right? Like Steph even did the same thing. And again, going back to it, Jimmy Butler, I agree with that move because like I knew that would take pressure off Steph Curry's shooting and people won't double triple him. Yeah, because Jimmy Butler was there, so it worked out well. Again, even Steph said it too. You know, LeBron said it to Luka. Basically, a new person coming in, you're supposed to make his job more easier, make him fit in, right? If you're Giannis, you'll get buckets anywhere. Giannis is the best player, man. Top 5 player. You get buckets anywhere. What he should have done is should have been like, hey, what do you like to do? How are you comfortable? Because you gotta understand, I still remember Dwayne Wade's quote when he did that. He's like, why did you take a lesser role? And this is your team, and you took a more of a backseat and let LeBron run him. He's like, because I know that if we wanted to go where we wanted to go, it's LeBron that's going to take us. And same thing for Milwaukee. Giannis wasn't going to do it by himself. Giannis knew that, you know, after they lost Drew Holiday and they got Damian Lillard, they knew that they look, for us to succeed in the playoffs is how far Damian will take us, because I can do whatever I can. Because you got to say, if Damian succeeds, Giannis' job is so much easier. If Damian plays the way he plays, like Dame time in Portland, like he did, right? Giannis is going to have easy matchups, basically. You know, he'll make his life easier.
But it's that the coach that decides how the schemes are going to work, how we're going to split the time, how are we going to figure out what's the best matchup for Dame, and then we go to Dame or we go to Giannis. Like, that's how it is. And Doc Rivers,
yeah, I agree with that,
has been shown not to be able to do that.
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you.
So like that's what I'm saying. I mean,
yeah,
I don't think I wouldn't put the blame on those two not working out on them. I would say it's the coaching, because the coaching was so horrendous in Milwaukee because they have a really bad coach. Obviously, and then they also got rid of a bunch of players just to accommodate Dame, obviously too. I think this is overall. I think it's a good move. I just think
so?
This is
Let's
something.
go back to that move. I mean, it doesn't really move the needle as much.
What are they gonna do besides this? What they got? They got the. I mean, I don't know. Would you put him or Aitin as better? I would probably say Miles Turner is going to be more consistent of the two, right? So they got potentially the best free agent, quote unquote,
of course,
right? So it's something.
All I'm saying is, look, next year is a very dead year for Eastern Conference, meaning like the only team that's healthy and ready to go is Cleveland. And we all know Cleveland has holes when it comes to playoffs, because Donovan Mitchell cannot perform in the playoffs. For some damn reason, he cannot perform. But what I'm trying to say is that why even take a stretch for Dame when maybe Dame could have opted out, or even if he didn't opt out, he would have been a final year of his contract where you can actually get some assets for him next year. And the thing is this, the reason I'm saying Miles Turner did not move the needle is because he put in the playoffs, he disappeared so many times. Game 7 when
he went to the finals and he was like the third best player.
Yeah, but you're paying him you're paying this guy $46 million, man.
Well, that's technically not really $46 million.
You have to look at it that way. But see, the thing is this: his contract with Dame stretch kind of lines up together now, because it's gonna be look, you potentially stretch Damian to go sign him because you think he's gonna move the needle, because now they're cap hold, because this guy's making 26 and Dame's 20 million. That's cap hold for the next 4 or 5 years, you know? And I mean, he has fourth year, he has the option, you know, so whatever. But I'm just saying, he doesn't really move the needle in a way where, oh my God, he moved that needle, you know, where, fine.
It's something that I agree with that. I mean, they're not a contender, but they obviously were going to get worse next year. They lost Brook Lopez. They lost a lot of key people.
Wouldn't you be fine? Okay, tell me this. I understand. Okay, you knew Aitin was a free agent, right? Aitin had interest in Milwaukee as well too before this signing happened.
They weren't going to bank on that.
But wouldn't you just take a rental on Aitin? Aitin still has potential. He still plays well. He's still a 16-10 guy. Miles Turner is still a 16-10 guy. Miles Turner is not a 20-12. There's no way he is. He's not consistent 20-12 at all. Miles Turner disappears. That's what I'm trying to say. One guy makes $8 million, another guy makes $26 million.
Yeah, but you at least you if you were to say, as a Laker fan, if we could have gotten, and you've been wanting Miles Turner in Lakers forever. You've been saying Miles Turner is gonna be a Laker for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Right. So if you were telling me what I want currently right now, what I want Miles Turner, what I want Aiden, I want Miles Turner in our team. Yeah. I think he will be the more consistent, the one that will actually be able. So they picked the right player. They weren't going to wait for Aitin. Why would they wait for Aitin? Because he's being inconsistent. And at least Miles Turner is not offensively the needy guy that Aitin is. Aitin, it just provides you good offense. He's not going to provide you great defense. So at least Miles Turner can do the defensive part too. He's a good shot blocker, and that's exactly what Yannis needs to do. So that's where I think they picked a better player. But I agree with you. It's not like, oh my God, they're contenders, but it's something just to be like, Yannis, we're trying.
Yeah, they're trying, but the thing is, now they might be good enough in the East, but they're not good enough in the to win the finals because West is just too good, right? I mean,
I don't think any team in the East next year is gonna be good enough to beat any team in the West.
That's what I'm saying. Cleveland. So why even take on $46 million?
Because it's something to say, Giannis, we got you to the finals. We got you through East. Where you're in the finals. Why would you leave?
Isn't it business in the NBA in the end, dude? What if Giannis demands a trade?
I mean, post season. I mean, not mid season. He could.
What if he does? This all was a waste.
Yeah, it is. But it's again, the entire value of Milwaukee is based on Giannis. So the valuation of that entire and the business and this fans coming in is based on Giannis. Look at the Mavs, right? When Luka left, they lost a significant amount of tickets and sales. So they will do whatever they need to do to keep those seats there.
Look, this is what if I was who's the GM, John Horst or something, the president, the GM John Horst, I think that's his name. But this is what I would tell Giannis. Look, man, this is option A. We stretch Dame and go sign Miles Turner. We feel Miles Turner is not going to move the needle for you in the East, or be patient with us because Dame is supposed to come back by the All-Star. Even Dame said too, I should be back right after the All-Star. Dame will be back by the All-Star.
He's coming back next year, dude. Come on, Dame, be realistic. Off of an Achilles. Halliburton's already ruled out for a whole year.
Halliburton got injured in June, right? So there's no way he comes back.
But I mean, Dame got injured a month before, but he's not coming back.
No, Dame got injured in April, brother. It's a 10-month recovery. That's February.
But come on, dude. You know, Aaron Rodgers tried the same thing. It's not going to happen. He's not going to come back. He's not going to play next year. I guarantee you that. He's not playing next year.
You put a bet on this?
Yeah, I will. Go for it. There's no shot. If he plays, that's because he just wants to hoop around, but he's not playing legitimately. And besides, I don't think anybody
playing is playing. Tapas, stop telling me hoop around.
No.
If he plays in the NBA,
anybody who signs him, especially if it's a contender, maybe not contender. If it's a contender, they might rush him back. But if it's not a contender, they're not going to rush him back.
You can't have limitations on your bet. That okay, fine. If it's a contender, either he's playing or not playing, man. Like
my bet, he's not playing. My bet, he's not playing. That's my bet.
You know what?
Happy?
You know what? Nobu. Clear. Let's go. Nobu deal. I'm telling you right now.
Nobu deal. No. $20. You do that, dude. Not Nobu.
Gosh.
No, but $20.
$20? Come on,
We've
man.
done a Nobu deal before, and I've won.
Okay,
I have yet to see a Nobu deal come through here.
I will take you to Nobu. Don't worry, man. I know what deal you're talking about. I will.
$20.
All right, fine.
The 20 on it.
Fine, 20.
But he's not. So realistically, he's not coming back. Okay, be real. Tatum also got injured at the same time. They also ruled him out next year. Right? He got injured second round, and then Dame got injured what? Second round?
Yeah, no, first round.
First round. Okay, so a few weeks apart. He's not coming back. So why in the world would they be like, Giannis, trust us. We got something for you.
No, not even that. No. Hear me out.
That's going to be a 30-something-year-old Dame.
No.
That's a big.
You know, so Dame we'll be able to get some type of assets for him. Once we clear that, we'll be able to go get you something right away, right? Because next year's a down year for everyone in the East. Let's see where you can take us. The only team that doesn't have a question mark is Cleveland, and we know Cleveland has holes. So every other team has question marks, including us. Boston is not going to be back. Philly, we don't know where the hell they are, right? So Miami, we don't know where the hell they are either. And Indiana's done too. So what I would have told Giannis is that, hey, give us 1 year, you know? Let's see what happens, but let's not rush into things and sign bad contracts. Let's clear the books and get whoever you want. That's what I would said, man.
You're saying that they're gonna tell Giannis, trust us. We're gonna try to ship out a potentially 36-year-old Dame Lillard post prime role player now.
He has value though, man. I mean,
not at 36, man.
Dude, Drew Holiday got you 2 first-round picks.
Yeah, but he wasn't coming off an Achilles injury.
He was 35, 34, 35.
He wasn't coming off from an Achilles injury. there's a
I get
difference. I
it.
mean, we all know post Achilles, especially an older player, there's a huge
Yeah, I know.
miss. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, even Kobe, and as much as I hate to admit it, Kobe also had a huge drop off post
Yeah.
Achilles, right? He wasn't himself.
Wait, he still has value. What I'm trying to say, Dame still has value
He
over
has
than.
value, but you're gonna trade him for like a Kyle Kuzma. Like that's the kind of player you're gonna get back from. You're not trading him for like Şengün. Be like, yo, we're gonna trade him Dame Allen and get Şengün for you in a couple of years. That's not gonna happen. So why do that versus we got you another piece, something, just to at least offset losing Brook Lopez. We might get Drew Holiday back because he's gonna leave, Boston, and we're gonna
Portland.
figure out. Portland. Yeah, he's finally gonna sign with them. So like, we got something for you. That's where I think. Because if you're a Giannis, you're also impatient. You're not willing to be like, okay, I'll give you one more year. No, he'd be like, I need something now. I want to win. This is our opportunity. East is significantly. I want to go to the finals at least, and that's going to be that's the push that he's probably having. Versus, people like the Rockets who are like, come on, we also draft an extra center just in case you guys want Şengün. Like do you want to do it or not? And they're like, come on, no, Giannis, just stay, please don't leave. Like this, they haven't had a player like this since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, dude.
You
They got to do something to keep him.
You already got your championship, man.
I know, and keep him longer. So we'll see, man. I think it's a good move. Again, it's something. Agree, disagree, but I don't think Dame's coming back. We got our bet on it. Not coming back the whole year, but we'll see after that. What else we have?
We also have 3-team trade that happened today.
Okay. Let's do the finalized KD trade. So this one involved a lot more
17,
players.
The record-breaking 17, which is so stupid. It was nothing crazy. We already knew what that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for, again, I hate saying this, man. Houston is not a championship team. I'm sorry. It's not.
At all? Like not even second?
I mean,
have OKC number one.
I do have OKC number one, but I'm just.
And then number two, Lakers now. Delusional Laker fan.
Yeah, I know you're gonna laugh at me, man. I know you're gonna laugh at me, and I hate saying this.
Don't say Lakers. Come on. Please
no,
don't.
Dude. No,
Have some integrity.
No, it's not the Lakers, dude.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of this team. What they did right now is Denver Nuggets.
Who? Denver Nuggets. Oh yeah. Okay. I'll give that.
They're so much better. I feel that Denver is actually gonna be going back to the finals. That's how high on them. They did a
going back to the
great
finals,
job.
but I do agree with you. That move for MPJ, huge.
But not even that. They got two bench players. They lacked bench power, and they got two good bench players, man. They got that guy Brown back, right, who they had in the finals, and they got Tim Hardaway Jr. on a minimum. Shooter. Dude, off the bench. Imagine off the bench, you're gonna have Christian Brown, Bruce Brown, right? That's his name, and Tim Hardaway.
Yeah.
And then you have the other guy. I forgot his name, dude. I forgot. He's a second-year player for them. He's really good. He took off too. I forgot his name. But you have weapons, dude, off the bench now, dude.
And they have a very, very legit.
You got Cam Johnson, dude.
Yeah, forward.
And Aaron Gordon, defender, Jamal Murray. I mean,
maybe Westbrook.
Exactly. That team.
No, I agree.
That team is a championship team right there, man. Dude, I'll be honest with you. They did what will defeat the Houston Rockets, meaning that they have players to throw out Kevin Durant. They have Cam Johnson. Aaron Gordon's they're gonna frustrate the shit out of Kevin Durant, dude. If Kevin Durant is off for Houston, who's gonna take over?
Yeah. I agree with that. I think
if you were to go
Houston versus Nuggets 1-1, Nuggets will win that game.
And there is no way Şengün's going to be better than Jokic. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah,
if KD is frustrated, Şengün's doing nothing, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's true.
Telling you, I'm so high on Denver, dude. Like the moves they made. I'm telling you, dude, if they stay healthy, dude, they're winning the finals.
Yeah. I mean, they went to Game 7 against OKC.
And the reason they lost is because they had no help in the bench.
Yeah. And it was just Jokic doing 40 and 20 every night, but he had nothing against anybody else. Yeah.
And we know OKC has no answer for Jokic. No answer. Yeah. He took Chet Holmgren and Hartenstein to school. Both of them together.
Yeah. I mean, now that you think about it, you're right. If you were to go Houston, I think Houston may be a better they have a better season.
Exactly.
Yeah. but not in the
No, in the
playoffs. They'll
playoffs,
get obliterated.
Denver, 7-game series. Give me Denver
Yeah.
every time. I'm telling you right now, man.
I give you that.
I'm telling you right now.
Healthy Denver.
That's my team who's going to win the finals. If they stay healthy, there's no team out there that's going to beat them in 7-game series. That's how great acquisition they made, man. Like, they did wonders with Michael Porter's contract. Wonders.
Yeah.
Now, that moved the needle. They got 3 players from Michael Porter. 3 players from Michael Porter.
Yeah, that's crazy move, dude. That is a very good move. You're right.
They reloaded like crazy, man.
So they're third potentially, right?
They're third, yeah. I mean, in the season, they're not going to play hard. They're going to be third or fourth, whatever the case. But I do not want to face them in the playoffs, man. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I do not want to face them in the playoffs.
That's very true.
I'm really high on Denver, man.
Let's see. So right now, according to Vegas odds, OKC is favored.
Yeah.
Second place is the New York Knicks, tied with the Denver Nuggets. Then the Cavaliers. Then the Rockets, Timberwolves, Magic for some reason, Lakers and Clippers.
That's what I'm saying. If I was Duran, right? Why the hell did you want to go to Houston?
Maybe he didn't anticipate that Nuggets would get that.
Forget it. Okay, even whatever Nuggets did or didn't do, you knew West is going to be hard regardless.
Yeah,
you saw last year.
He should have gotten out of the West.
You saw last year, like you said, even though Lakers were third best team, they technically were not, because the 1 game away, they could have been 8th. Right?
Yeah.
That's how close it was. So why even go to the West? If you were him, well, wouldn't you just go to the Eastern Conference and dominate and go to the finals? That's what I would.
I mean, he said that would have been a good place for him too, but they just didn't have anybody to give out there. Right?
Sucks.
He has to be traded. Who else he can throw out there? The 76ers?
I mean, he wanted to Houston more. That's why they made that happen, right? Because think about it. That other teams who offered, trades package, but he didn't want to go there. So he called the shots. That's what I'm trying to say. He called the shots.
Yeah.
And I don't know why he didn't put Houston as number 1, because he should realize that, look, if my goal is to get to the finals and hopefully we can win it, let the West beat themselves up. And then by the time I get to the finals, I'll beat them up. Like that. That's the mindset I would take. I'll go to the other conference, go to easy finals, and then let the West beat themselves up, and then they'll be tired to play me.
Yeah.
That's what approach I would take.
Because I think New York was very interested in him. And if you were in New York, would you make that trade? Maybe like Karl-Anthony Towns for him?
Hell yeah. But hell yeah. You're already playing Mitchell Robinson in the 4th quarter for defensive purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need Karl. You're getting the offense by Duran. You're getting the same production that Karl's giving offense to Duran, basically.
Yeah, that's true. So OKC, I would definitely say the Nuggets are number 2, and then you got Houston. Really interesting year for sure. But West is freaking loaded.
Hell yeah, dude.
What else we got? So as far as today, Banchero signs the $239 million rookie max. So pretty good for them. Lakers finally get, I think we were hinting last week, but they finally did get Aitin. He's here now. He's a Laker. What are your thoughts on that? Is it an immediate impact? Is it moving the needle, as you would like to say, or is it something?
No, it's definitely moving the needle than what we had. It's something for sure. Tappers, if I told you going to free agency, right? If I told you players like Capella, Brook Lopez, you already told me, I think, last week. I think you wanted Brook Lopez, but still, I should have answered that question and ask you that question again. I think it moves the needle. If you look at his career stat, it's 16-10. The only question mark you have is the motor, right? The guy's motor. Meaning, like, is he going to be motivated to play or not play, right? Look, he took a team that went to the Western Final, right? He was a crucial person there, and in the Phoenix Suns, he played well enough where he was motivated to play. And then it went downhill, and they traded him away and everything, right? And like I said last week, man, he needs this as much as Lakers need him. I was telling one of my buddies, this is a perfect example of Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond was talented, from Detroit. He was putting up, like 1 year he was putting up like double, like literally like
20 and 20 kind of version.
Yeah, like he crazy rebounding and all that. Then he kind of lost his motor. He went to Cleveland. They traded him to Cleveland because he wasn't motivated. And then Cleveland, he was up and down. Then he got bought out just like how Aitin did, and then he went to the Lakers, and that was his chance. Because the thing is this: if he didn't perform in LA, if he didn't perform in LA like he needed to, he wasn't gonna get a bigger contract. Now, if you look at Drummond, he's getting vet minimum everywhere now, or biannual minimum, which is $5 million, right? So Aitin knows that. Look, Drummond at 28, he was he needed to prove something. He didn't do it. He didn't get paid after that. So Aitin knows that look, if I don't show up, if I don't play hard, if I don't like stay consistent, he's playing for the next contract, man. You got to remember, even though he has a player option for $8 million next year, that's nothing, right? Potentially, he got a player option so he can opt out and he can get a bigger deal, either with the Lakers or someone else, right? And so, as much, like I said, as much as Lakers need a center or they need Aitin needs the Lakers at the same time because now you're in the big market, the eyeballs are out there, Luka's there, right? Your life should be easier, and LeBron's hopefully there. But the thing, what I'm trying to say is that you're gonna be national. Okay, when you're in Portland, you're maybe 5 national television games. Now you're going into a market that's now 30 something national televised games. So there'll be more eyeballs on your ass, right? We're not telling Aiden to go out and be 20 and 10. No, we're telling him that look, don't even worry about your offense. We just need an enforcer in defense. We need like a Dwight Howard. We need like JaVale McGee. You know, when they played for the Lakers in 2020, they both like played together. They played defense really well. You know, they came and gave each other like a 10-minute spurt basically, and they rebounded and blocked shots, and that's all that we needed, right? So yes, well, people who are out there, like it's Capella, Brook Lopez, Horford still out there. Now Aitin, I love Aitin. That's a good acquisition for $8 million. If we didn't give up any of our assets, we still have our first round pick for 2032 or whatever it is, and then we still have all our swaps from I think 26 swap, 28 swap, and 30 swap. We still have that asset, right? So we can still go make more moves if needed. If anyone becomes available, or if we want to improve the roster all around. So I love the move. I think you'll be surprised by Aitin's production. He might be ready to go because he always wanted to play with Luka. And Luka always wanted to play with Aitin. So that's very good, When Luka is your best player and he's excited everywhere he came out, he's ecstatic to play with Aitin. And Aitin is only 25 or 26. Still fairly young guy, man. And so that can change, So it's like a Rasheed Wallace effect when he was in Portland. He lost his motor towards the end. They got traded to Detroit, and people were questioning Rasheed Wallace's motor at the time too in Detroit back in 2000 and
Portland though
2000. But that's what I'm saying, 2003. And then think about it, for that finals run, he was a big factor, Rasheed Wallace for Detroit.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's what I'm trying to say. He needs this opportunity. So that's why I think it's a great move by the Lakers. They didn't give up anything, man, nothing at all. No assets. Yeah. That's the reason I love this move. And he's a big body, a legit 7'1", 7'6" wingspan, man. That's what you need.
But he's not a good defender.
I'm not saying he's a good defender. He's a big body, right? He can defend. He's better than what we had, right? Like Alex Lynn and freaking the guy we re-signed again. Yeah.
Max Christie.
No, not Max Christie. What was his name?
Hayes.
Hayes. Yeah, he's better than that, man.
No. I mean, I get you for $8 million, but this is another one of those. It's something. The Lakers have too many issues, dude. Too many issues. We got a coach who's not quite ready to coach. We saw that in the playoffs, right? Doesn't know how to be a player's coach. If you have someone that's a little sensitive like Aitin, how is he going to manage that? He's not a player's coach. Redick isn't.
But you're too hard-nosed for that. You got to change.
So, yeah. So is he going to change? I doubt it. I mean, he was so hard-headed in the playoffs, and then now you get the LeBron dilemma. Is he staying? Is he going? He's not happy. So where does he fall in this circus? He's not there to just hoop, right?
He's golfing, man, in Ohio.
I know, but it's like, again, for $8 million, it's something. But for me, it's not to say like Lakers are contenders. Maybe top 5, maybe.
I think we're top 5.
After, I mean, maybe not, because after Clippers move today, probably not. But it's a maybe.
You really like that move?
Yeah. Why? Norman Powell was good, but his production was dropping off, and they had to get much more like athletic.
You're telling me they'll be better than the Lakers with the roster they have constructed?
If Kawhi stays healthy.
If Kawhi plays. That's what I'm asking you.
If Kawhi plays, then
we know he's not going to play.
I know. That's
I'm already telling
if
you he's not
Kawhi
going to
plays, and then Clippers for sure.
Kawhi's not going to play in the beginning of the year. You know that too.
We don't know how LeBron's going to be. Is he going to be in a bitchy mood the whole time? Is he not going to produce?
We know regardless of what LeBron you have, LeBron is very respectful for the game, and he'll give you 110% once he's there. He's not gonna let distraction come and like he's not gonna be a guy who's gonna like mail it in.
Didn't he do that in Miami?
He didn't mail it in. They made the finals. I mean, they lost in the finals. They made the finals.
Did, but towards the end, when he was when he left, and then same with Cleveland when he left, like towards the end, he just kind of didn't give a shit.
No. But even though he didn't give a shit, he still performed and went to the finals. Even Cleveland, he went to the finals, lost to Golden State.
Yeah.
I mean, tap is mailing it in, meaning that he's just not gonna give a fuck about the game, and he's gonna just give you like 8 points and like 2 rebounds and call it a day. Like, hey,
yeah,
I'm out.
Of course. I mean, he's gonna go out there, but is he gonna be impactful as much as he is now?
LeBron's not gonna ruin it. LeBron knows legacy's on the line. He's not gonna be where he's gonna be not impactful, right? He's gonna be there.
Last year, our issue was we had no defense, right? And
LeBron played well defense. Really good defense. He played good defense.
No, he did not, dude. What are you talking about?
Towards the end, he
played defense when he wants to play defense. That was the biggest knock on LeBron last year.
It's always been.
He chose when he needed to play defense. Right. And then when he could, he would score more points than he could defense. He would play harder on offense to get his points and his stats, and then just snooze off on defense. Now we add another third player in our starting center who doesn't play defense either. He's a big body, and we got rid of Dorian Finney-Smith, and we're gonna put Austin Reeves out there with Luka.
Yeah, I agree.
Austin is a mediocre defender. Luka can't defend. LeBron can't defend. Aitin can't defend. Who are we gonna put out? Who's our fourth?
Oh, obviously our defense is gonna take a really back.
So
take a big hit.
What is this move? Explain to me. This is why I want Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez could actually at least protect the rim. Miles Turner could protect the rim.
But you can't ask Brook Lopez to play like 30 plus minutes, man.
But again,
he didn't do that in Milwaukee. Even he didn't do that in Milwaukee.
You can get a couple of bigs out there who can go in. I mean, Clint Capella. You can have Brook Lopez, Clint Capella coming back and forth. They're both a good shot blocker, but good defenders.
We didn't even have the money. We didn't even have the money to get both of them, though, right? They both got $9 million each. We only had a $16 million mid-level. I'm just trying to say what we got. You know what I'm saying? They both commanded like $8 to $9 million.
That's because fucking LeBron. If LeBron had just left, we would have $52 million that we can spend.
Dude,
your boy, man, you should call him up like, yo, LeBron, get the hell out of my city.
It'll happen. It could happen. He might not like any. Maybe that's the reason why Lakers are not doing much, because they want LeBron to demand a trade, and so we can get the hell out of here. All right.
So did you hear what I was trying to think who it was. One of the sports analysts. He said, "Why did the Knicks hire Mike?
Why?
Because that is another coach that LeBron has gone to NBA Finals with. So." If you were the Lakers,
fuck yeah! I told you this.
We'll give you Cat. No, and we'll give you.
I don't even want Cat. Hart. You think you keep? I would ask for Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart, and let's call it a deal. Let's go.
Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart. You want those two? No, fuck that. I'll take Mikal Bridges and Cat, and then give it LeBron. I don't want Josh Hart, dude.
He's a good defensive player, man. He's a scrappy defensive player, man.
He is. But if you're gonna give away $52 million. You might as well get your money's worth. But that again, as a Laker fan, I'm hoping. Please let that be true.
That'd be great.
Let LeBron go to the Knicks. There's number 2 favored to win a championship.
Well, they'll be number 1.
Go for it, Knicks. Yeah, go for it. Go.
Hey, look, I'll tell you right now, man.
I'll give the Ashwad. Go.
Ashwad did. Oh man, I told you, man, that if LeBron can win a championship in New York, man, that's like equal to 2 championships right there, man. That'd be great for him. Legacy too. And dude, I'm still saying the same thing. I'm a big LeBron fan. I'm more of a Laker fan. Like I told you, I bleed purple and gold first over than the player. You know, I'm still a LeBron fan. I want LeBron to go somewhere win a championship, dude. I love LeBron, dude. LeBron's a great player, man.
He ain't winning any more championship, that's for sure. But yeah,
if he goes to New York, he will. If he goes to the East Coast in New York team or Cavs, they'll win it.
He'll go to finals. Oh, they'll win. Not going to win championship.
God, they will win this. Come on, yes, they will.
No.
I wish this happens. I can show you that they'll win this.
It will be again just like in the West, be deja vu. LeBron gets beaten by Jokic. LeBron gets beaten by Jokic over and over again. Like you said, Denver will make the finals.
They will.
They were to play the Knicks. I got Denver in 4.
What?
New York Knicks. What do you call it? New York Knicks. Internet Explorer clicks.
Four.
My feet picks.
4.
Nuggets
Wow.
in 4.
You crazy, bro. You crazy.
All right. Let's go through some more moves.
That 3-team trade we didn't talk about, man. The 3-team trade.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So go for the 3-team. Go for it.
So basically, it was Clippers, Miami, and Utah. This is where I talk about Lakers tax. You don't believe me about this Lakers stupid ass tax. So we wanted John Collins for this year too.
Yeah.
Danny Ainge asked for Dalton Connect and a first round pick. Guess who they end up getting?
Kevin
They got
Love, Anderson.
Does that ever come close to a first round pick and
But
Dalton Connect?
Lakers have got to stop going Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge hates the Lakers.
No, I understand, but what I'm trying to say is that people don't like doing business with the Lakers, right? It's not about Danny Ainge.
Of course.
People hate doing business with the Lakers. They hate when Lakers are the best teams. So that's what I'm trying to get at. So what ended up happening is Clippers traded Norman Powell to Miami. Miami end up trading Kyle Anderson and Kevin Love. Utah
and
end up saying
27 second round pick.
Yeah, and Utah sent John Collins to Clippers. This is good for Clippers because they got a athletic power forward, right? That can guard Denver's, power forwards, obviously. So that's good move by them. But again, I wouldn't have traded Norman Powell because he was still playing well. Because when Kawhi, my man, doesn't play, Norman Powell plays well, man. Norman Powell is a good scorer. He's a pure shooter. He can actually defend, right? So they're saying, okay, so this is a contrary to another rumor that came out that Bradley Beal is going to be bought out by Phoenix Suns. Mm-hmm. So now they're making space for Bradley Beal because the teams that are interested in Bradley Beal is the Clippers, the Lakers, the Boston, Miami, and one other team. And so obviously Clippers traded Norman Powell, so they have opening as a shooting guard. They can go get Bradley Beal. Why would you want Bradley Beal over fucking Norman Powell? I think Norman Powell is a better player right now, a better shooting guard right now, a better pure defender. No. Yeah, dude. No. Then Bradley Beal?
John Collins is a much better player for that team. They needed a big, besides Zubac, to put up he's a 19-8 guy with 1 or 2 blocks a game. Good defender. Good big. That's what they needed.
They got Jones Jr. and then they got Nicholas Batum who are big.
He's not putting up 19-8, right? So if you're the Clippers, you can get John Collins, so you upgrade your power forward, right? You get him. And then you potentially can get Bradley Beal, and all you lost was Norman Powell. You wouldn't make that move? You wouldn't do that? Right?
I would.
I mean, Norman Powell is good. Norman Powell, very, very good player. In the playoffs, he was kind of iffy. His production went down a little bit because obviously Kawhi is more dominant. He's going to shoot more, and that's what he did. But you're kind of just hoping. Norman Powell was hoping that it would either be James Harden or Kawhi misses time, and that's when he shines. Versus John Collins can just be a good 19-8 guy. It's like a Miles Turner essentially.
Yeah.
So it's smart by Clippers, but you brought up a good point. So potentially, and they're saying that they're finalizing the buyout right now, Bradley Beal. What do you think he would want to go? Would he want to go to someone like the Clippers?
To go to Miami. He was always rumored to go to Miami. That's the thing. Always rumored to go to Miami.
Would you want to go if you were Bradley Beal?
I would go.
Wouldn't you fit in better with the Clippers or Lakers?
You would, because they need you
right?
more. They need you more.
And because Miami's not doing anything, they don't really have. I mean, they have a decent team, but they're not gonna be like.
No, you get more playing. You get more playing
5.
time. That's about it.
Yeah.
But that's about it. But I'll go to the Clippers or Lakers.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Between those two, between Clippers or Lakers, where would you want to go if you were Bradley Beal?
To be honest with you, man, I feel that Clippers now have a opening. Lakers don't. Mm-hmm. Lakers have Luka and Reeves. Who are you gonna bring? You can't start 3 non-defenders, dude. You can't have Luka who doesn't play defense. You can't have Bradley Beal does not play defense, and Reeves does not play defense.
Or you move LeBron up to power forward. You got 4.
And he plays no defense. And no defense.
You got 5.
Who the hell's gonna play defense for us? Dude, at least Ryu play defense. Hachimura plays defense. But
that's
dude,
true.
You can't have 3 guard rotation. Dude, who's gonna come off the bench? That's my question. You can't bench Reeves for Bradley Beal. It's gonna be tough, dude. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, because he would be the starting shooting guard, right, for the Clippers.
So you can play Reeves.
Got James Harden.
Yeah, so Reeves will play small forward for the Lakers. Oh hell no!
Or he can on the bench. I mean, if you were to choose, I would probably say Beal. If you're gonna sign with Lakers, you're coming out the bench, dude. Not starting. We need Reeves out there.
I know you do.
And then that way, our at least our bench is significantly better. We have a pure offensive scorer.
If I'm Bradley Beal, I'll go play for the Lakers because I'll give you the most exposure for next contract. Playing along with Luka and LeBron out there, it's kind of like playing with Devin Booker and Duran. It'll give you more exposure, and so it make your life easier. Because I'll tell you right now, man, Kawhi's not gonna play even 40 games next year.
Yeah,
he's gonna sit out until the playoffs.
Yeah, he won't.
And so he needs to do heavy lifting because James Harden is sometimes in and out too. So you might have to do heavy lifting.
Yeah, you know what I find the most funny is just how much Bradley Beal screwed the fucking Suns.
I love it though.
Like they were gonna get Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy Butler wanted to go to Suns, and Bradley Beal was like, "No trade clause, no, you can't do it." And then he waits until the offseason. He's like, "All right, buy me out."
It's so smart.
He screwed him over so bad.
Smart.
And like you said, just because he would have ended up in Miami anyways if he had just allowed the trade to go through. If that's where he wanted to go, he could have gone there. But he screwed the freaking Suns so bad.
Which is great. I mean, I love it.
As someone who does not like the Suns anyway, I don't like Devin Booker. Like, great. By all means. But just I'll be pissed for the Suns fan. I'm like, dude, we could have gotten Jimmy Butler with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant may not have him left. We don't know what would have happened. Right?
No, Kevin would not have left for sure. Not
over, dude.
Yeah, dude. Jimmy Butler would have fit perfectly there, and he didn't.
But so in this trade, who do you have as a winner? Do you think Norman Powell is Miami's a winner?
I think Miami is still a winner because they lost Duncan Robinson. Norman Powell will take that position with Tyler Hero, so that'll be perfect fit for him there. Norman Powell's gonna ball out next year, man. And so
for sure.
And but I do feel the best fit, the best team on is Clippers. They needed a power forward along with Zubac, who can actually defend those power forwards out there like Aaron Gordon's and Cam Johnson's and whoever out there. They need those type of players. So he's there now. And so Clippers did a good job today.
And Jazz also just freed
Jazz. Up I don't know what the hell are they doing. They didn't get any first round pick like they wanted from the Lakers.
They're having Ace Bailey apparently. They won today.
Yeah.
Finally. Ace Bailey's like, all right, we'll be all right.
Finally. Gosh.
Let's see. Any other? So I think it's pretty much the main moves, right? Ever since we last talked.
Yeah.
I'm checking. And then we talked about the rumors with LeBron and the Knicks. That's my big thing that I was going to talk about. What else, man? What are you thinking in NBA?
Who's the winners and losers for you, man, for the NBA offseason so far? I'll tell you mine.
Biggest winner?
Go ahead.
Okay, go for it. You go first. I'll think about mine.
The biggest winner for me is Denver Nuggets. I'm surprised if you can't tell. I love the moves they made. The biggest winners. The biggest losers. I'll go from both conference. The biggest winner from the West is Denver Nuggets, and the biggest losers is Minnesota Timberwolves. Because I don't see you making you 125 million for Naz Reid coming off the bench, and you sign Julius Randle, right? For 100 million for 3 years or something. That's 3 years. The team is not going anywhere, man. It's the same team now, essentially. And then from the East, the biggest winner, you'll be shocked. I think this team got way better. This team actually might threat to make the finals, and you wouldn't even know who I'm talking about here. It's my man Trae Young and Atlanta Hawks.
Oh my god,
they made really good acquisitions.
Think so?
Yes, man.
Yeah, they make some good. I give you that. They made some really good trade. You think contenders?
Yeah, man. Because dude, they got Alexander Walker, right, from Minnesota. They got Luke Kennard, right, and they got another player. Yeah, and they got another player. That's what they needed though around Trae Young, guys who can play defense. They never had that, right? I mean, they had other players, but they just never had like this kind of players that can actually make contribution that way, right? They shored up their defensive line really well, which I love a lot.
Porzingis too.
Porzingis there now, offense that's gonna help Trae Young. I don't know how healthy Porzingis is, but as long as he's ready to play in the playoffs, you do Trae Young and Porzingis. I want to watch that. Who doesn't want to watch that? If they both stay healthy, you do, right? Atlanta did great. The biggest loser, I do feel, as you can tell, Milwaukee Bucks. 46 million, bro. 46 million. That's all I gotta say.
All right. My biggest winner, I would agree with you, being the Nuggets. I think they made the best move they could with how little they gave up, I think, in my opinion. Second place, I would give it to the Clippers. I think the Clippers on paper got better. it doesn't show as far as championship wise. But I feel like Ty Lue's such a good coach that he will make this whole Brook Lopez as a backup center. And now you got the new player too from the John Collins from the Jazz. I think they will significantly help. The only downside for them is that they overpaid for James Harden. I think he's definitely overpaid.
God damn.
Biggest loser in the West, honestly, like Timberwolves are up there, but I probably would say the Phoenix Suns. They completely lost everything that the owner paid a shit ton of money for. Everything down the toilet for pennies on a dollar. You know, they're gonna lose Bradley Beal. They lost Kevin Durant. Now Devin Booker's there by himself, and he's
he's not
not
an extension.
happy.
No, it's
It's
not
an extension.
2 years. 2 years, 150 almost. That's like
He's there to get his money.
75 million
He's the
euro?
next Carmelo Anthony, in my opinion. That's why I'm not a big fan, because he's just there to make money. He's not there to win, right? He's just there to make money. He's a Carmelo Anthony. So that thing, I think, probably the biggest losers in the East. God, I mean, I'm gonna flip out with you. I think with what they did, I think the Bucks are the winners, because they had to do something and they got a little bit better, which is better because they know that the East is weak. If nothing happened to Tatum, if nothing had happened to Halliburton and they made this trade, I would be like, losers. But the best team in the East by far, which is the Boston Celtics, are not going to be contention next year. The finals team is not going to be there anymore. So they are stepping up with Miles Turner, right? They weren't going to get Dame for another year. He's not playing for a year. $20 on that. So I think that is the best thing they could have done. The biggest losers, I mean, probably the Celtics. Honestly, they're just dropping people left and right. I don't know how they're going to restructure this new team, or just run Tatum and Brown. I think they needed Drew Holiday really, really bad, because he provided that defensive spark that they really needed. I think just chucking 3-pointers not going to help them at all going forward. And Tatum again coming off an injury. They need to get somebody, at least something, to stay consistent. But I think the Celtics are our biggest losers so far. They got rid of 2 core pieces. You know,
but dude, they freed up a lot of money, man.
Yeah, but what are they gonna do? They're stuck with Jaylen Brown and Tatum.
Yeah, man. But like that guy Simons is good, man. I know you probably haven't watched him much, but dude, he's pretty good. Like, I'm just.
Oh yeah, they got from the Blazers, right?
He's good, man. He's a 29-year-old scorer, like literally what they need right now, and like he's good, man. Like you will see what I'm talking about. But I think Celtics actually did a good job.
Yeah,
they actually
but that's not their identity, though.
They actually won below the first apron, I think, or even the second apron, if I'm not mistaken. They cut money, dude. They saved like 200 million.
They went below the second apron. I think they're in the first apron now, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So they saved a lot.
They dropped below the second apron. No, they did. I mean, they had to. That was a reality of it.
And I want to see where Dame signs. I feel he will sign somewhere, but I want to know where he signs.
They're saying that's his top spot.
Yeah, him and Tatum.
Saying the Celtics is his top spot.
Imagine that, dude.
That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
He gets to do his half-court threes again. He'd be living life.
Yeah.
And that doesn't have to be coached by a crappy coach, right? Win-win.
I'm right there. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I think I lost you. Hang on.
All right. Can you hear me now?
So, okay. Yeah. So for me, currently pending, I think the Celtics are at a loss. Dame, when he comes back in 2027, then and if you live with the Celtics, then they will get better.
2020.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, why would he come back? Why?
We'll see.
What does he have to gain?
We will see.
He's probably just saying that so teams will be interested in signing him this year and paying him some $5-6 million, whatever he wants to make.
I mean, he's probably
just saying that. Oh, I'm gonna aim for All-Star break. It'll happen. Trust me. It'd be like Aaron Rodgers. I'm coming back.
I personally feel he'll be back more like end of March, early April, right before the playoffs. I think he'll be back then.
Why would he come back for that? Why would he come back for playoff time?
No, because he'll be fully recovered. It's a 10-month process, man. It's a 10-month recovery.
No, I get it. No, I get that part. But why or what team would want him back for the playoffs?
Oh, dude, what are you talking about? What do you mean? What team would want him back for the?
If
What
you
are you
haven't
saying,
played,
dude?
if you haven't played the whole year in a new team, it'll be like what JJ Redick did, throwing out
Dame,
that guy.
it's Dame
Yeah, I
Dollar,
know, but
bro.
it'd be like what JJ Redick was throwing out that guy who never practiced or played with
Maxi
us.
Kleber, Maxi
Yeah,
Kleber.
Kleba, and be like, "Yo, go give us 20 points and guard Rudy Gobert while you're at it." No,
Hey,
right?
man, can't wait till March
I
or
guess
April.
again, I don't think it's gonna happen. The only chance, and again, this is not my bet. My bet is still he's not gonna play. The only chance that this changed my bet is if he goes to a contending team
He's gonna
that
go to
would need a
Contender
role
though,
player.
dude. But he's gonna end up going to Contender.
Yeah.
He's not gonna
So
go
if he
to.
goes,
He's not gonna go to anywhere else, dude. I'll tell you.
yeah,
I'll tell
if
you.
he goes somewhere like New York or
I,
I don't know,
I will tell
Clippers,
you.
who knows?
I'll tell you. He'll either go to Boston, Lakers, Clippers, maybe Miami. You know, he'll go to contenders. Miami's not contending, but they'll make the playoffs.
Yeah, maybe I think Boston might be the best bet for him, but at that point, I don't think Boston is going to be in the hunt for a championship.
No,
Not in the East, at
they're
least.
not. They're not. No. They're
Yeah,
gonna make
so
the
then why
playoffs.
would he come back in April?
But he'll
Is
still
that
come
not gonna
back.
be a
Dude. He'll still
contention?
come back. Can't wait to happen.
Doesn't make sense to me. Why would you come back for the playoffs? Coming off of an injury when everything's much higher stakes, why would you come back and put your body through that coming off of Achilles?
Because he's playing for that contract now, right? Another contract. So
Dude, he's making $20 million the next 5 years for free from
I know,
the
but you still
Milwaukee
want
Bucks.
to.
What
You
contract
still want to
does he
get that
want?
contract because he's at 35 or 36, whatever he is.
Yeah,
He has one more contract left.
you might as well just write it out and be like, "It's Dame time, 2027, bitches. I'm ready to go." That's when he'll get his contract.
I know, but teams probably want to see if he's really back, right? And so he want to show that, like a tryout kind of thing, you know.
Remember how Kevin Durant got, even though he was injured, he got to the Nets, right? It'd be the same thing. Maybe they go there, but they park him for a year.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so they're not gonna play. $20, man. This is gonna be
All right,
another easy
man.
$20 I make.
All right, man.
All right, what else we got? Any other NBA news?
No, I'm going to
really,
Summer
right?
League. So I'll
Hey,
tell you
Summer
how the
League's
rookies are. I'm going to Summer League this weekend. You know,
Which game are you gonna try to
I'm gonna
catch?
try to watch all three rookies from 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Actually, I want to see Dallas for sure, Utah and Philly for sure. I want to see them, and Lakers obviously I want to watch. You know, but yeah, but I'm gonna try to catch most of the rookies. You know, the top 5 rookies somehow, and see how they do.
Yeah,
that's my goal.
It's gonna be good.
And tell you how it is, how it went.
You let me know if Cooper Flag is still legit.
Let's see.
Ace Bailey's balling out. That's pretty good.
Dude, that guy, you know, VJ Epcon, man, he get 28, 10, and 4. Not bad, man. Pretty good, bro.
Pretty good, but I think Ace Bailey's gonna be.
He has more potential. He has more potential, man. We'll see. I'll tell you real life how it is, man. It tells you a lot, you know, when you're watching them real.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, man, that's about it, man. That's about it, man. It was good talk today with you, my man.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, it's pretty much just baseball season right now, so not a lot of things happening.
We'll get into baseball. We'll get into baseball next week.
Was crazy.
All-Star game is next week. Oh no, the weekend after, so we'll get into that and talk about that. And hey, man, 60 days till NFL. I have a trivia. Oh wait. I have a game for you. Don't go anywhere. We will finish it off with this. All right, my man.
Let's do it.
And deals with your favorite player, Mr. LeBron James. No, it's a joke. But okay. So you know how we signed, DeAndre Aiden, right? Lakers did. He's a number 1 overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
So LeBron has played for 9 he has had 9 number 1 overall picks on his team. I already gave you Aitin, so there's 8 more. Can you name me the 8 number 1 overall picks he played with?
Yikes! Again, a Shaq for sure.
Yup.
Kyrie. What's that crappy guy that they got the year before? Dude, was he still around for Cavaliers? God damn, I forgot his name. The biggest bust of all time.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't, right? He wasn't? Okay. Number 1 players. I'm trying a blank.
Some of them should be very easy. Some of them should be hard. There's about 2 of them I don't think you'll guess. Or 3 of them. I don't think you'll be able to guess 3 of them. I can help you out with those. But other ones should be. Because you say Shaq. Who else did you say?
Yeah. Shaq, Kyrie.
Yeah. Okay, you got that. Come on, man. The other 3 should be really easy for you. Just think about it. Who he played. Number 1 overall pick.
Nah, because they all are going to be like crappy players, right?
No,
Or not in their
no,
primes. They were number one
no.
pick, but they were not in their primes when he played with them.
So one of them is in his prime. Currently in his prime. Currently in his prime. So I gave you that biggest hint. He's currently in his prime right now. And he played with LeBron when he was in his prime too. So
Oh crap! I am drawing a blank right now.
Anthony Davis.
Oh, that's right. 80 was. That's right.
Dwight Howard.
That's right.
Derrick Rose.
When did he play with D Rose?
Cleveland. Remember he played that 1 year? He got traded?
He
He went there?
did. That's right.
So the players that I didn't think you would get, and I wouldn't have gotten either. Andrew Bogut in Cleveland.
Shit, you're right. Bogut.
Greg Oden in Cleveland. Or Miami or Cleveland, one of those teams he played with.
Probably, I think Miami. Yeah, Miami.
Greg Oden, Miami, yeah. And then the last one I wouldn't have gotten at all, but this was early in Cleveland, his early career, dude. Like when he got drafted. Joe Smith.
Oh, Joe Smith. Holy shit.
That was early in his career.
That was when we were 10 years old.
So, yeah. So 9 number 1 overall picks. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. I guess the only one is by AD that's in his prime. Everybody else.
I'm sorry you didn't get AD, though.
Yeah, honestly, I totally blanked out. I was like, wait, number 1 right now? All I kept thinking was Luka. I'm like, wait, Luka's like whatever
Number 3.
he was.
Number 3, yeah.
Yeah.
So Luka was number 3. Aitin was number 1 in that year draft. So, and I think Marvin Bagley was number 2. So should we just go sign Marvin Bagley? So we have 1, 2, and 3 on our roster?
1, 2, and 3. Oh my god, dude, that's true. Holy crap. That's a good trivia. I honestly forgot about. Who the hell would have thought Joe Smith? I didn't even think Joe Smith was number 1 pick, dude. He was a solid player, but not number 1 pick.
He was.
He was solid.
You know who he's number 1 pick by though? I might be wrong. I think Golden State picked him number 1. I might be wrong.
Oh wait, Joe Smith?
Yeah, I think. Let me see.
He played for Golden. I don't know if he was number 1 pick by them. Yeah. Golden State.
Golden State? Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, brother. It was a great podcast today, man. Can't wait. Next week we'll do it on Tuesday. Next week we'll do it on Tuesday because I come back on Monday. So we'll do it Tuesday next week.
Just don't get into fight with any of the players or their security guard like last time, man. Just don't do that.
I won't, bro. I got a selfie with Wemby though. That's all that matters, So
yeah. All right, brother. Well, until then, brown balls out.